Hey, you ready? We can search.
Searching?
Yeah, search.
I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for it, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best to soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars.
Are we Sunday night prime time? No wonder we're good.
It's on.
It is. It's on this part.
2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion.
Just go to your, you have the Madden app, go down and then click on Biggie's name.
My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, dismissive, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is.
Yo, Biggie, let me drop you up on time so people think I'm good.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like your belly show. This so perennial, do this for my
see those yards, Biggie? Yo, we Biggie hella close on the receiver. You see that, Biggie? Look at that, the safety same thing.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like your belly show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you.
32 tackles for ball. I need to keep it done.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football.
That way for you. Text him already, Biggie?
Yeah, tell him. Hey, go ahead.
Hey, how's Gas Packs 8-3 and he only play his game? He should be getting nigga 4 minutes. Forgot that
Mike's 56. Don't get nervous.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
But Clark, and it says if you don't get 0 rushing yards, you can break out. So you know I'm going to have to make sure you don't get 0 rushing yards. I mean, 0 yards and touchdown.
Okay. Wait, did you get a rushing touchdown?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, you lucky.
Oh, he almost picked it.
You lucky I was a big
turnover
man.
there on their opening drive. And that's a throw we'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing down. That's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Jay, 15. You go tight. You got blue dot working. 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Stop your body.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check, Mike, 54. Attack. Right there, 54, right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
I'm not going to what?
No, he threw it wrong. Oh my God, why did he throw it like that?
I'm not going to what?
He had a little
It
bit
wasn't
of
even a bait. He just threw it
gonna
wild.
3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by Howard. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll drop to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Like, come on, bro. You see that shit? I'm supposed to be 10.
Here's Hill on the return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
I'm not cocky, bro. I mean, everybody's stepping up, but they're just getting knocked down. And I ain't gonna lie, like I said, almost every game I've been coming back. Like, every team scored first, or if I score, they get the lead and I still come back.
You ain't played me yet.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Man, that's my breeder.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, let me get out that foot nation. I'm trying to see.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, here we go. That's it. Mike's 50. Here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Quit playing with me.
Double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Yo. Undercrush. Switch.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check, 59. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, 57 colors. Check. Kill. Slam. Recall, 132 fight. Dudes. Check the backer. 15. Mike 5'9". You ain't going nowhere. 15. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Hey, let's go.
Check.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
He let go.
Tackle made
Oh,
that time by
touchdown.
Brandon Graham.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes.
Man, I had Hardman wide
You
open.
don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second and 9 now. A dump underneath to Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
I didn't even see him right there.
We see another pitching capsule to the running back. This position just continues to evolve.
What happened?
They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw. No return here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Quiet, 64, sweet.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the out, watch the out. Select.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete.
That's
They
a
took their
reception
shot
right there.
all right, but it comes up empty.
Nah,
And
you
it's fourth
honestly
down.
wish they would hit over
Even
the
without a ton
touchdown.
of pressure in
I
his
just feel
face,
it's
it just
defender
shows
beat
how
my
difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That's a big deal.
Let's go.
Actually got him out there because he
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On the move to his left. Got a man. It's Brown.
On me.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Honestly,
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking deep downfield.
Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. It's called bait. You do it every game, all day. Every time you see it, it's not there. Trust me.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the
Bait every
football
time.
back.
Every time you see it, it's not really there.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
15. Yellow. Alpha.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
43. One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And we got to get to the ball. Delta. Let's keep running. We got to go, baby. My turn.
On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had it. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Yellow.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Mahomes now on first down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Yellow, yellow.
I wish I had interception handle.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I want that.
Mahomes now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted.
I could have really gonna have everybody back there.
Mika Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys
Yeah, I'm
get
just
the
playing
football
around
back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Ball wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I don't even know.
As the first half is winding down, and the Bucs have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on
Nah,
your own 20,
I
you want
switched it. I
something
don't
to
know, bro.
kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
No, I put it in cover 4. My safety wasn't in the backfield.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
That was nice, bro. Hey, nah, I guess I could try.
Boogie, stop with that bullshit.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And now he's good. The ball comes out, and this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, the Broncos do that same thing to me.
I think we did that one lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And now it's basically the same thing for you, boy. You just set yourself down.
Hey, Buzz, I'm about to win the big time challenge, but I'm on my last one.
In free throw?
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Excuse I need him to throw it to me one time.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
How many free throws do you need?
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check. Exit. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the curl.
Mahomes going to throw.
Hit that.
And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
That's what Boogie said. It's a receiver. He's like 6'4". So I'm trying to get a hit him there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
He should have picked that. What are you doing sitting there?
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd and 6. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say
he couldn't, bro. I seen him, bro. He couldn't.
Nah, yes,
Look at the replay. Look at the replay. Right next to him.
You feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. Want to hear it? Yeah. They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Shit, 15. Shit. Yellow. Back. Protein spin.
Oh my God, baby, you see it?
I feel it.
Mahomes now to throw. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
That's what I really wanted.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, Ripley, 57.
Win the rep, let's go right here. Smoke.
On second and 1, Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I had the other dude open, but I knew I could get that off.
Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mahomes now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but first and 10
I know
here.
you see the same thing right there. I see.
This is Breida.
The 71 don't pick up the block.
Right
Oh
at
my
the line of
God.
scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
I think this is gonna do it. Yeah, he did.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I don't need to. Our go, little ladies. Yellow.
Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Man, let's get that ball, man.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
54. Mike 54. Get in the weight room.
Hey, 15.
He's checking.
Hey, 57 colors.
C6.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And the throw going to be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Nah, but it's in the rules. You can't go for it. I'm just kidding. You made the rules.
Yeah, I don't really care about that rule.
I said fourth quarter any time.
Me too. I ain't gonna lie. If I got to go for it, I'll go for it. Everybody else does. So.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
15.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. To escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it are not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, that boy Bud just lost.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
See, they're going to do the math.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
You think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Broncos did the same thing.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
I bet you he was
Nice
so
job
high.
on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
I seen it. I was like, it's good. I'm gonna bring it back.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I was thinking about it, and I came up at the last second to where I want to get the late game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes.
Trying to jump.
And we got a 1-score game.
They all started this shit.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Zerline's kick is up and through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now this one is tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
That man, he don't throw that motherfucker.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow. Quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. I said it. Let's go.
Mahomes to throw. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Yellow, yellow.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Niggas gonna get one
Hey,
eventually.
what's the ball? What's the ball?
Buzz.
Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And outbounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
To throw is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Just so y'all know.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3... I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin him back there.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Again, it's Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll set up to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Damn, man, for real. That's all right. That's only one game. I mean, I still get the bye week. Nah, honestly, I just thought about saying I shouldn't start right now. When I had the lead, I was just going to have this shit up. Yeah, I wasn't really doing shit. I had the lead. I was just throwing shit up.
Boogie. Well, that's what we're doing.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was a good game, though.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it.
Some of the best fan support in the league. They take pride in it. They love their team. They rally around them, good and bad. But when it's good, oh, it is so difficult to come into this place and get a win. From the time